It's time we end out the West Coast Swing in the Target Series. We head to the Phoenix International Raceway for the running of the Gatorade 300, race number 4 of the season. On the pole, we have the 24 of Michael Canto looking for his first win of the season, who's outside the 49 of Ryan Brommer. Then 30 we have Jacob Davidson. 4th is Anthony Hernandez. Rounding out the top 5, it's Ryan Taylor. In 6th, we have William Bullen. 7th is Oliver Galway. Mitchell Collins in 8th. 9th is Blake Petras. And last race winner, Cole Luigi rounds out the top 10, looking to go back-to-back wins in the Target Series. The rest of the field, there's Jason Larkert, who is inside Justin Heath. Then we have Jennifer Buford with Max Anderson, along with Levi Shones and Anthony Charlebois. Then there's John Gambit and Alexander Rowe. Roman Fenway with Marshall Burrow. Then we have Trey Rainey and James DeCurligan. Marcus Sachi with George Cooper. Then there's Jeff Wright and Paul Taylor. Luke Rainey and Sebastian Kukulon. Then we have Evan Hunter and Jonathan Buford. Josephine O'Neill with Jim Gambit. Then there's Danny Lloyd and Mathis Wells. Riley Spurleytube and Derek Hamill. Then we have Greg Torres and points leader Adam McDowell starting way back here in the back of the field. Second in points, Code Luigi starts inside the top 10. Then we have Eli Bright, who won the first 2 races of the season. He's right now 3rd in points coming into the race. Landon Lyons, 2's inside. And in the final row, Jay Jefferson, the 05, 2's outside the 18 of Jake Galway. They have some work to get up to the front. It is possible here at Phoenix, but it's not easy to get it done. That is the starting lineup for the Gatorade 300 at Phoenix. Let's get going with our starting command. And a great command to get the engines roaring to life here in the Arizona desert, the Phoenix International Raceway. Our 42-car field rolls off the starting grid. Michael Canto, Ryan Brommer lead us into turn number 3 under the pace laps. 1 mile oval. It's a pretty flat oval as well, out in the Arizona desert, as we will finish off our West Coast swing. So far, Eli Bright won the first 2 races of the season. Then Code Luigi won at Vegas. He'll look to go back-to-back. He starts 10th, and will we get a new winner in season number 7 of the Target Series? 38 laps here at Phoenix Pace Car to Pit Road. Canto Brommer to the green flag, and it's out. We're racing here in Phoenix. They already looked around for the race lead. They already did it. Ryan Taylor comes off a 4 to lead lap 1, a 3-wide mess. Pulser, Canto up top. In the middle, Jacob Davidson to turn 1. 23, Ryan Taylor's the position down low to clear. Now Davidson and Canto, they make some contact there. They're going to keep it straight, though. Down the backstretch, still 3 wide. Here comes Oliver Galway in the 10 to the bottom. 10 car with the run for a second. Here comes Blake Petras in the 15. He'll look 3 wide. He gets in behind the 10. And Canto also backs off to get out of that 3-wide mess. He's now back to double file in the 24 on the outside lane. Pulser dropping back as they battle for second. As Ryan Taylor pulls away because they are battling for second. Galway to the inside of Davidson. And Petras there, along with Canto, trying to get down to the bottom lane. He's in between right now 2 teammates, the 00 Justin Heath and the 99 Jacob Davidson. The 24 does get down, so Canto, your Pulser down in line in the 4th position as he gets by Jacob Davidson for the lead. Galway the big run the 10. Here comes Oliver Galway side by side with Ryan Taylor. The 23 with the run off the top. Gonna lead lap number 3. But Oliver Galway has the position for turn 1. You want to be on the inside in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You can make passes down the bottom lane. You get into position to make passes at least. But the outside does get a great run. So that could be a good finish. They're side by side through 3 and 4. We can see how the outside does at the end of this race. So Oliver Galway clears to get out to the front. Now Blake Petras on the 15 coming for the lead as Oliver Galway slides up the racetrack. Petras going to grab second from Ryan Taylor. Back there almost 3 wide. Canto is up top in the 24. Down low goes the 00 Justin Heath, and he has Max Anderson as well in the 98 coming forward. So Petras grabs second, the 15th. Now on the back of the 10 of Oliver Galway. 3 cars pull away. Now 4th on back trying to run down. Here comes Heath. He's clear. Max Anderson going to go for a top 5 here for 5th. And up front, Petras to the inside of the 10. That's for the race lead. Oliver Galway, Blake Petras side by side. See how far away the field is there. This is from turn number 1 we're looking at. Side by side for the lead. Petras led the lap. And he's going to lead here as they come off turn 2. Blake Petras going to clear Galway to get out front. The 10 going to try and slide into second. Here comes Ryan Taylor to the bottom lane, the 23 car. He got a great run there. He's going to get to the inside for second. Could be looking for the lead. Big run for the 23. And the 15 left the bottom open. Petras up the racetrack. Taylor to the bottom lane. They battle side by side. And maybe the 15 lean left by a nose. And he did. But now Ryan Taylor has the position down low to get clear. Petras keeps second. Galway's now 3rd. How about Max Anderson up to 4th. 4th, 5th, Marshall Burrow to the inside. The A9. 3 cars in a line up front. They right now stay single file for now. Oh, look at that big move there for the A9, pushing that 90 at the racetrack. And a big move for Marshall Burrow to move himself to 4th. And the A9 is now going to try and run down those front 3 as Petrus looks again for the lead on Ryan Taylor. 15-23 side by side to 30 to go this time by as they come down the back. Still side by side as they enter turn number 3. The 15 a little bit of a nose ahead. The 23 is in that high lane here. We'll see if he can get a run. I think the 15 Petrus could clear him right here, and he does. So Blake Petrus now back out front here. And the Gatorade 300. As these front 3 have been in the front 3 pretty much all race long. 30 to go. We'll see if anyone can pass Oliver Galway up inside the top 3. It could be George Cooper as the 38 car coming forward. How about Anton Charles? He's coming forward in the 32. And then down low, you can see the 43 coming forward, Paul Taylor. Here comes Sebastian Kukulon. William Bullen has found his way down low. Jonathan Beeford. And Michael Canto, your pole is falling back outside the top 10. Obviously, that 24 maybe not as good in race trim as it was in qualifying trim. As we look back up front, side by side again. Petrus and Ryan Taylor still side by side. Cooper in the 38 to 3rd, so he could possibly take a top 2 spot here as they go through 1 to the 38 car to the inside of the 15, Blake Petrus as they battle down the backstretch. Taylor once again clears in the 23. Now George Cooper going to try and go for a second. Marshall Burrow right on his bumper, pushing him forward. Cooper will clear for second. Marshall Burrow side by side with Petrus for 3rd. 38 slides up to block off that 15 nicely. And now the 30 has his sights set on the 23, Ryan Taylor in front of him. Here comes A9 though, Burrow to the inside. 4 cars are under blanket for the lead as they come down the backstretch. 3 wide further back for a top 5. Kukulon to the inside of Oliver Galway. Got put to the middle lane. Down on the top side, that's Paul Taylor in the 23, or the 43, excuse me. Almost contact there as Burrow looks for the lead on Ryan Taylor. Here comes that A9. That green number 89 to the bomb. Couldn't make the pass there, but trying to keep it, burying it down to turn 1 on the inside. Side by side with the 23. Gets up beside him. Has a nose on the quarter panel, that 23 car. And George Cooper, Blake Petrus, single file 3rd and 4th. About a car length or 2 behind this battle. Here comes Burrow now in the A9. Trying to take the lead away. I think he's going to do it right here. Ryan Taylor couldn't get the run. Burrow, I think, led that lap by an inch. And they gave it to him. Marshall Burrow leads lap number 12. 89 car. Trying to clear the 23, and he will right there. Here comes George Cooper for the 2nd position. How about Oliver Galway finds his way back forward in the 10. As Cooper looks beside the 23, and he does get down there. So side by side, George Cooper beside Ryan Taylor. And he looks like he's going to grab the spot away, but Taylor not giving it up on the outside lane. Door to door across the start-finish line. 13 laps complete here in the desert. George Cooper now to 2nd in the 38 car. Taylor back to 3rd. Blake Petrus 4th. Oliver Galway 5th. Back here, Kukulon is on the outside 6th. William Bullen's found his way down there. Here comes Paul Taylor. And Michael Canto has found his way back down low inside the top 10. He's going to try and keep moving his way forward here in that 24, trying to get back up to where he started. As for the lead, Cooper beside Burrow. I think the 89 might give it to him right here. George Cooper out front. He leads the lap. So George Cooper got clear to get out front here in the Gatorade 300. Burrow keeps 2nd. Ryan Taylor fell off big time there. He got a little tight off the corner to lift. He's 3rd, but is now in the clutches of Oliver Galway, who's 4th on the inside, coming forward. That 10 car. Pretty fast here as he's looking beside that 23 to the quarter panel. But couldn't get the run he needed. He keeps 4th for now. Ryan Taylor keeps 3rd in the 23. Is up front. Burrow looking on the 38. George Cooper to the inside a little bit there. About half a nose lower. But gets back up in line with that 38 George Cooper. Single file for the front few, but it's pretty close racing down this backstretch. We'll see Burrow makes a left here into the corner, and he does. A9 beside the 38 sends Cooper up the racetrack. Marshall Burrow, George Cooper side by side 38 with a great run. Burrow tight down low. George Cooper leads the lap, and now trying to get clear into turn 1, but Burrow keeps the nose there. These two have pulled away just to a distant margin. But here comes Oliver Galway coming forward in the 10 to 3rd. Back there, some more cars starting to come forward. Marshall Burrow clears to lead. Cooper in 2nd, using the outside through 3 and 4, trying to get a run, but gets way up the racetrack, almost out of the gray. And now Oliver Galway closing in 3rd. How about the 20 coming forward? Mathis Wilson back there, they're looking 4 wide almost. Look at this, 3 wide. Levi Shones, Joseph O'Neill trying to make their way forward. Jeff Wright making contact with Jake Galloway. And they're all over the place here. In the middle of the field, it's around 15th to 20th position. Some great racing going on there. They're 3 wide here. First spot inside the top 10. Max Anderson shuts the door on Alexander Rowe. Back up front, Cooper's not letting Burrow get away. 20 to go this time by a Phoenix. Burrow still leads. Cooper there in second. And Oliver Galloway third. They pulled away for fourth on back. See Cooper right here. He gets a little tight there. He has to lift a little. Allows the A9 to get away a little bit down the back. How about Mathis Wells here inside the top 5 of the 20 car? I haven't talked about him until now. We're just coming to halfway through the race. How about Oliver Galloway looking? How about Cooper to the back bumper of the A9? Up the racetrack goes Burrow, but keeps the spot. And look at the 23. Ryan Taylor got a huge run there into turn 1. As those three messed up up front, here comes Ryan Taylor for third with Mathis Wells in the 20 there. Wells is a Pennzoil Truck Series champion. He knows how to get around these racetracks. He's showing it right here. He's inside the top 5 and moving forward as Cooper for the lead on Burrow. Side by side again for the top spot. Almost contact. 18 to go this time by. Burrow leads the lap by half a car length. And Ryan Taylor moves up in line. He's right now third in the 23 car. As Wells looks for fourth. And George Cooper still trying to clear Burrow. Here comes Wells for fourth in the 20. Ryan Taylor keeps it clear. George Cooper in the in the 38. Trying to clear Burrow in the A9. And look at Mathis Wells. Drives it to the inside of the 23 for third. And back there racing hard. Some great racing here at Phoenix. Front 5 pull away from the rest of the field. George Cooper, Marshall Burrow, Mathis Wells, Ryan Taylor, Oliver Galloway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6th on back. Blake Petrus, Sebastian Kukulon, Max Anderson, Michael Canto, Mitchell Collins. That's 6th through 10th in the pack. And then back 11th on back is Craziness. 3 and almost 4 wide racing here. Anthony Hernandez up top as Levi Jones and Luke Rain start to make their way forward. And looking for the lead, 89 car, Marshall Burrow, trying to get beside and by. Almost contact back there. Marshall Burrow going to clear George Cooper. 15 to go this time by. Here comes the 20 of Wells to the inside. Almost up the racetrack. Now Cooper trying to get clear for second. He does, but can he keep it clear into turn 1? Can Wells drive it hard? Trying to get a nose underneath that 38. Couldn't quite get that done. They stay in line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are single file. Look back at McDowell in the 16. The yellow might be out because these cars are slow at the back. The yellow is out. Jeffrey Buford is wrecked from the 24th position. Yellow 1 is out. We're racing back to the caution flag. Marshall Burrow, George Cooper side by side. And it's going to be Burrows who leads back to the caution flag with George Cooper in second. So the yellow flag comes out for Jeffrey Buford, who has crashed hard on the front stretch. Some pretty heavy damage to our season number 5 Target Series champion. We'll see what happens. We're at the caution flag here for the first time in the Gatorade 300 at the Phoenix International Raceway. This started in the middle of this big pack that we were talking about. They're racing 3 and almost 4 wide. Luke Rain, the 22, makes a big 3-wide move. Maybe slides up a little bit higher, and Charles Baugh kind of gets tight from that. Up into the one Fernandez. They get into the wall hard, and then they're scraping the wall. They can't get off it, except they're scraping hard, and here comes Jeffrey Buford into the messes. The 32 comes off the wall. The one Fernandez still in the wall. Buford trying to check up, get low, gets into the 3. Jeff Bright gets up into the 1. Hernandez spins to 62 into Heath, and around goes Jeffrey Buford in front of the field, and will make some pretty hard contact with the inside wall as well. So pretty heavy hit there for Jennifer Buford. Luckily, everyone at the back missed. It was only really one car that got most of the damage from that. Heath might have some damage, maybe Jeff Bright might have some side damage, and Hernandez might have some pretty heavy side damage as well, and Seagon's a little hard with Anton Charles. The yellow came out, and then they wrecked after the yellow came out, racing back, I think. It was John Gammett and Roman Fenway. That's some pretty heavy damage to their cars. Oh, right there. Yep, there it is. And Davidson, the 99 as well. Oh, what happened there? As those 3 wrecked hard coming back to the caution flag. I think the 70 may have been slower. They were trying to get by, and Fenway just got run over by Davidson. Hard for John Gammett. Nowhere for him to go. And that's pretty big contact for those 3. They might be out of the race. At least the A7 and the 07 might be. The 99 might be fine. Well, not fine, but might still be in the race. So Burrows had a great battle up at the front. Now he's going to have to deal with the restart with about 10 to go here at Phoenix. Marshall Burrow leads George Cooper and Mathis Wells as we'll go back green here at Phoenix. 10 laps to go on this restart here at Phoenix. In the Gatorade 300, Marshall Burrow leading in the 89. Only car up from that crash, Roman Fenway. Jennifer Buford has fallen a lap down from her damage, and John Gammett with his damage, 40th along. Jacob Davidson, he has damage as well in 39th. 38th on up should be damage free. If not, they might have some slight damage from hitting the wall or trying to miss it or whatnot. So Marshall Burrow leads this race in the 89 car. Second is George Cooper. Mathis Wells third. Ryan Taylor fourth. Oliver Galloway in fifth. Then we have Max Anderson sixth. Mitchell Collins in seventh. Haven't talked about him all day. Blake Petrus 8th, Sebastian Kukulon 9th, and Levi Jones found his way to the top 10. Pulsar, Michael Canto 11th. We'll see if he can battle back up inside the top 10 to have a shot. So Burrow leads us to the green flag at that line. We are back out racing here at Phoenix. 10 to go, 10 miles left. Cooper got great restarts while he stays right with the 89 Burrow. Gonna have to update where our points leader, Adam McDowell, is. It's not a great day for him, 32nd, but second in points, Luigi. Also having a miserable day in 31st. In third in points, he left right 36th. Big time for someone 4th, 5th, 6th to gain on those front three is Cooper for the lead on Marshall Burrow. They're side by side. Wells and the rest going to try and run them down because these guys are getting slowed down, punching a huge hole in the air. Side by side across the stripe, 9 to go at Phoenix. That was dead even there, but look at Cooper trying to clear Burrow there. Wasn't quite clear. Down the back stretch, here comes Mathis Wells on the 20 card, looking to the inside for a second. But the 89 Burrow gets in line, but goes to the high side, 3 and 4. Wells drives it hard to the bottom for a second. Cooper trying to get away in the 38. Mitchell Collins in the 11 coming forward as well. Tight for the 20, down low, backs off and falls back to third, but here comes Ryan Taylor. Looking to the inside 20 of Wells. 8 to go now in Phoenix. And Cooper has pulled away just a little bit. He has a little bit of breathing room, but not a lot because that 89 has looked pretty fast here today. 4 cars pull away. Here comes Ryan Taylor for third on Mathis Wells. They go through 3 and 4. To the inside goes. He might be looking for second here. Marshall Burrow gets tight down, lost a lift. And Burrow gets clear for second. But Ryan Taylor could grab third for Mathis Wells. Back there, Mitchell Collins to the top 5 in the 11 car. He will have a say in this before it's over. He's come out of nowhere. Cooper trying to keep a nice consistent lead here as they still side by side for third. Ryan Taylor to the inside, Mathis Wells. Going to try and finally clear right here through 3 and 4. Look at Taylor looking to the inside. Burrow still. Burrow gets the launch off the corner to get clear. Taylor up in third now to the stripe. 6 to go in Phoenix. Taylor clears for third. Wells back to 4th. Mitchell Collins up to 5th in the 11. Under a blanket, these front 4, front 5 are. Back there for 6th, Oliver Galloway, Levi Schoen. 6th and 7th, Luke Ramp to 8th as Max Harrison continues to fade with Blake Petrus. Look at Burrow looking to the inside of the 30 of Cooper. Through 3, 4, 5 to go this time by. Burrow, Cooper, dead even across the stripe. 5 to go. Yellow would end it at Phoenix. Burrow, Cooper. Burrow to the inside. Drives it hard to the corner. Buries it down to the bottom lane. Marshall Burrow going to try and clear George Cooper. And he does. So Marshall Burrow now clears to get out front of the Gatorade 300. George Cooper back to second. But he might look for a crossover in 3 and 4. He's not close enough to do that. He stays in line for now, but he has a great run here. Using a little bit of a higher lane. Getting that little bit more grip. 4 to go this time by. And 1-2 is still the same 1-2 that has been. Schoen has moved around the 10 to try and challenge these front 5. Luke Ray trying to do the same. 4 to go at Phoenix. Wells, 3 wide with Mitchell Collins and Ryan Taylor. Collins backs out as Cooper looks for the lead on Burrow. Side by side into turn number 3. 3 to go this time by. These two pull away. Burrow up top. Cooper down low. Side by side for the top spot to 3 to go this time by. Burrow by about a car length leads there. But Cooper has the inside lane for turn 1. Here comes Mathis Wells. Here comes Mitchell Collins. The 11 down low. Collins has been quiet fast here today. As Luke Rainey charging up inside the top 10 at the end. He's up to 6th. Can he try and get a top 5? George Cooper in the 38 trying to clear Burrow still. 89 not giving up on the top side. They stay side by side down the front stretch. 2 to go this time by. Burrow leads the lap. Collins and Mathis Wells are there. If these front 2 mix it up somehow, some way. But George Cooper finally gets clear and they're bound for a second behind. Burrow will have to get down in line. But here comes Mitchell Collins in the 11. This could be Cooper's race. We're coming to the white flag at Phoenix. Mitchell Collins got to put together a perfect lap to run down George Cooper. And he's starting it with a good move through 3 and 4 to get clear. White flag, last lap at Phoenix. Cooper leads Collins. 38 car to turn 1 is 11 charging hard. Mitchell Collins has been the fastest car the second half of the race. And he's there. He's got to look for a dive bomb in 3 and 4. 5 cars under the blanket. This is for the win at Phoenix. Cooper has it. Collins looking for the dive bomb in 3 and 4. He gets beneath that 38. Gives him a bump up the racetrack. They're side by side, almost 3 wide to the start finish line. They are going to be 3 wide, but George Cooper gets a way to win. What a battle at the end, and George Cooper wins it. Man, if that 23 maybe didn't miss out the 11, it could have been a closer battle. But what a battle to the end. What a great race. Bell's up front all race long, and George Cooper, maybe one of the better cars here today, wins. Mitchell Collins, though, showed he was there. And second, he came alive there at the end. Maybe if he had a lap more, if maybe that 23 didn't mess him up, he would have had a shot. But George Cooper, a well-deserved victory here in the Gatorade 300 at Phoenix. Let's now go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Gatorade 300 at the Phoenix International Raceway. There was only one caution flag for 4 laps and 13 lead changes, and that's only among 5 different drivers. So 5 drivers mixed up the race for the lead 13 times. An outstanding race here today in Phoenix. And George Cooper went to victory lane leading 12 of the 38 laps, so not quite halfway. Not quite half the race, but my gosh, Cooper had one of the better cars, along with Marshall Burrow, who finished back a little bit further back inside the top 5. Mitchell Collins probably had the best car the second half of the race. Well, the best car that we saw the second half of the race. We saw Luke Rainey come through the field. He got up to 6th there at the end. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But how about Mitchell Collins in second? Maybe if he had a lap more, he would have been able to win this race. Ryan Taylor in third. He takes over the points. A consistent finish for him. Gets him to the points. Marshall Burrow, the dominant car, 15 of the 38 laps, led the most of anyone. He'll end up 4th. So another decent day for Burrow, but so close to victory lane. And Mathis Wells rounds out the top 5. How about Luke Rainey marches his way up to 6th at the end and almost inside the top 5. He had a few more laps. He could have been a challenger for the win. Levi Jones in 7th, a great day for him, trying to rebound after that bad start to the season he's had. Oliver Gadway 8th, Max Anderson 9th, and Alexander Rowe rounds out the top 10. There's your top 20. How about Michael Canto from the pole? Finishes 15th, not even leading a lap. And this is what's so great about this racetrack. Track position definitely means something. You want to start further towards the front because it's a little bit harder to pass at Phoenix. It's not impossible. It's a little bit harder. So you want to start towards the front, have a decent starting position to try and make your way forward. Well, that's where it comes in. You can also come from the back to the front if you have the full race to do that. And this is where it comes in. Michael Canto started on pole. He falls to 15th. He didn't really have a great day. Jay Jefferson, he finished 16th. It wouldn't look like a great day, but he started 41st start on the last row and he gets up to 16th. Once again, that's a great thing about this racetrack. You can start anywhere and finish anywhere. And it's not like it's all randomized. Even though it is randomized, it's not all like just a cycle racing. You know, we saw with the leaders, it's not like we had 13 lead changes and 13 different drivers. We had 13 lead changes, but only 5 drivers led the race because they got up front at the end. So that's how this racing goes, and it's, once again, a great racetrack to race at in these Target Series cars. Look down at some of these drivers up there in points and how the struggles they had. Adam McDowell, 26th from the points lead. Not going to be the points lead after today. Cole Luigi, 35th, was second in points. Eli Bright was third in points and 36th. And the points has definitely been, swapped here after this wild race in Phoenix. Let's actually go now look at the points. Here are the point standings heading from this race in Phoenix. Ryan Taylor quietly takes over the points lead from Mathis Wells, from Adam McDowell. I don't know why I said Mathis Wells. From Adam McDowell, who falls to second. He was the points leader coming in the race, but still falls only to second, so great for him. Jim Gambit is up to third. Where did he come from? I haven't really talked about him. Cole Luigi, fourth. His win at Las Vegas didn't transfer over to Phoenix. He had a pretty mediocre race, but ends up fourth. We'll see what he could do next race. And Luke Rainey up inside the top 5 of that 22 car. Now with Eli Bright in 6th with his 2 victories. Mathis Wells 7th, Rosberg 2, and George Cooper. Marshall Burrow rounded out the top 10. Cooper with his win up to 9th. That's the top 20 in the points. So once again, the chase nowhere near getting close to start. Only 4 races down in this season of a 33 race season. So it's a long season going and still have a lot to look forward to. Because some drivers have still completed every lap. Ryan Taylor, Adam McDowell, Jim Gambit, Cole Luigi, along with Jonathan Buford, Landon Lyons, Sebastian Kukulon, James DeCurlgan have all completed every lap so far this season. Obviously, that's a hard thing to do because only 15 cars finished on the lead lap at Las Vegas. So it was a wild race there, and those are basically the drivers that finished on the lead lap at Vegas right there. I think that was 8 drivers. That's about half of what finished on the lead lap. Look here, some of these drivers having some miserable seasons. You look down at about 35th. That's where it gets to. We have to start getting going. We have to start getting in gear. We have to get up there because you can't wait, 10 races. Then you kind of dig yourself into a hole. This is still at a point where you can dig yourself out. But like Roman Fenway is back 75 points behind just 41st and 404 behind the points leader. He's got to have a big shuffle to get out of the hole he has just dug himself early on in the season. So we look ahead to the next race, which will be held at Bristol for the Food City 300. Short track racing in the Target Series. It's sure to be a fun one. I'll see you guys then.